Sticking with our Dragon Ball theme, I was also able to procure another convention exclusive. This one is the Ultimate Deco Edition 2017 convention exclusive of Super Saiyan Goku. This one was alongside the Deluxe Scouter, was only available as a convention exclusive at the Bandai booth. We'll just have a really quick look at it as I plan to do an unboxing. So as we can see, it's branded a 2017 convention exclusive. So it really is one of those items which is going to be very sought after in the future. The box itself is a matte black, but everything with graphics seems to be either gold leaf etched or it has a glossy finish on the actual character art and some of the characters itself. It's a wonderfully realized packaging. As you can see, the actual gold leaf looks very, very impressive. It's called the Dragon Star series. And we can see this actually is not part of the Dragon Ball Z series, it's actually part of Dragon Ball Super. So that's a very interesting distinction. On the reverse, we can see that it's a much different type of packaging, as the entire reverse is more subdued. We can see that Goku himself is in a black and white, almost reduced visibility, still glossy, but just barely there. And the type on the back is a description. I'm the Saiyan who came all the way from Earth for the sole purpose of beating you. I am the warrior you've heard of in the legends, pure of heart and awakened by fury. That is what I am. I am the Super Saiyan Son Goku. Well, that's probably a quote from the actual series. Interesting though. And the other side of the packaging is very much an image of the other side as well. A mirror image itself. This one is going to be an interesting one to unbox, as it seems to be a very sought after exclusive, and I'm very happy to have this in my collection. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So, for this particular piece, we're going to stay with Bandai, a Power Ranger exclusive. This was an extremely difficult exclusive to get my hands on. I am, of course, talking about the Legacy Communicator, Zeo Gold Ranger Edition. This is the communicators which the team for the Power Rangers was so famous for using. They were little, almost watch type items which would beep that particular Power Ranger beep and would alert the Rangers and be used as a two-way communication device between them and Zordon. By the time Zeo came around, Zordon was already gone. So they used the communicators to communicate with each other. This is the Legacy Communicator Zeo Gold Ranger Edition. It is, particularly from what I remember in the display case, it is an all-black communicator with gold trim. Really striking looking and very different from the other communicators, as I believe the other communicators were all silver. So just by taking a look at the packaging, we can see that it is the actual picture of the Zeo Gold Ranger himself. Austin St. John, who played the original Red Ranger, reprises his role as Jason, who returns as the Zeo Gold Ranger. And this is his communicator. I'm very eager to take a look at this particular item, as if you take a look at any of my vlogs, you'll realize that this particular item was very difficult to acquire. And for me, really was a 2017 Comic-Con exclusive. So let's move on. This is probably going to be the biggest item which I have, but amazingly enough, I have one more item after this particular piece. Guys, last year I picked up the Mega Man helmet blue. This year I was able to pick up the Mega Man helmet red. The packaging is exactly the same. It's way too big to fit in the actual shot itself. But trust me, this one is something I just could not pass up. As you guys probably realized, I am a big Mega Man fan, and I really love this particular helmet, as it's the Rush helmet. It, in some lights, looks a little bit pinkish, but in regular lights, it actually is quite crimson red. And I suspect that's the only reason I was able to get my hands on this, as the location where they were storing this particular helmet made it look almost like Quickman Pink, which a lot of people aren't really too keen on. So I find that I was very fortunate enough to actually pick this up for the price that I was able to pick it up for. Alright guys, so we only have one more item which I want to show today, so let's get on with it. Alright guys, so this was one item I just had to pick up for myself. And this is probably the geekiest thing I've ever had to pick up for myself, but I really couldn't resist. Oh yeah. Guys, this is the 50th anniversary Star Trek phaser. I know a lot of you guys are thinking to yourselves, that is such a cheesy item, but you know what? There's just something so classic about the original phaser. If you were a fan of the original series, this was one of the biggest reasons you started watching the show in the first place. Captain Kirk, facing unsurmountable odds, takes out his phaser and basically fights his way out of every situation. Great stuff. The phaser itself is of incredible quality. When you hold it in your hands, it feels real, well weighted, and made of almost entirely of die-cast metal. It also doubles, from what I understand, as a television remote control. I find that hilariously funny, but in my opinion, it's just one of those added bonuses for a wonderful little replica like this. I plan to do an entire unboxing on this particular piece, and I'm very excited to see how many different gimmicks they've actually put into this phaser. Well guys, that'll about do it for my look into all the exclusives, pickups, and wonderful items that I was able to acquire at San Diego Comic-Con 2017. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a like, it really helps me out. If you have any comments or questions, or suggestions on anime, comics, toys, collectibles, or anything else you'd like me to review, please leave that in the comment section below. Well guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. Geek proud. If you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more reviews like this one. And as always, thanks for watching.